All right, live on Facebook.
All right, here we go. Good morning, everyone, and we're ready for another edition of Get Real with Real Estate. I'm Jack Crubble, joined by Jameson Melby with RE/MAX Results. And Jameson, on this Saturday, it looks like spring has finally sprung. It's about time, my friend.
Right. Oh, man, what a brutal weekend last weekend, huh?
Oh, yeah. So how was it for the real estate business last weekend? That was probably a tough one.
I was off last weekend. I tell you what, I was trout fishing.
Oh, there you go.
And camping. Yeah, that was an experience.
That's okay. That's all right. We all need some time to get away, maybe no matter what the conditions are like. So we want to find out what condition the condition is in for real estate. So join us every Saturday for the show, and Jameson, we'll lead it off.
All right.
Even in a seller's market, which I believe we have right now, some homes don't sell. So why is that?
Yeah, so the reason for that, we have some very unique properties in the area, older homes, larger homes, things like that. But ultimately, what it always comes down to is price. If your house is in really poor condition, it's going to come down to price. If it's not a good location, we can combat that with price. So if houses aren't selling, that means that people just aren't seeing the value in that property, unfortunately. So what we have to do is make sure that your home is in the best condition it possibly can be in for that, and that we have the price right. That way, somebody makes an offer on the property. One big benefit we have is there's very few houses for sale in the area. So we are seeing some of those houses, even if they take a little bit longer, they still should get offers on them.
Jameson, I know that's the old game show. The price is right, so that's certainly a key there. So how do I really know what my home is worth?
The worst way is going to Zillow and looking at a Zestimate. That's not a good idea. It's a terrible algorithm. The best way to find your home value is having a real estate agent come provide you with a CMA. Some people will give you a CMA report. Some people will just print off active comparables, sold comparables, and show them to you so you can see what price range the house is in. But really, a CMA, we can make adjustments. For instance, if you're in a rural setting and you have 20 acres, we can make adjustments on land. We can make adjustments on condition, things like that in the CMA report. So that's really the number one place to get a home value.
All right, fantastic. We've talked about staging before, but if folks are joining us for the first time, listening to the show for the first time, what is staging and is it important?
Yeah, so typically when I go to people's homes for the first visit, for the listing appointment, it's not ready to be put on the market at that point. And I go through some helpful tips on things they can do. Decluttering the rooms is the biggest thing. Taking down family photos. So when a buyer is coming through your house, we want them to envision themselves in your house. If there are family photos up, portraits, things like that, it makes it really tough when they're seeing your kids and grandkids to envision themselves living there. So we have you take all that down to depersonalize as much as possible. And I talk about when you go stay in a motel, it's very plain. There's a couple pieces of art on the wall. It's very clean looking. That's how we want the house to look. One of my commission packages, I do have a professional stager that will come. She goes through the house with you. She gives you a report on what you should do room by room to stage the property. If you don't have furniture, you can hire her to put furniture in for you. So there's many ways we can do it, but it's extremely important. There are national statistics that show houses that are staged sell for more money than houses that aren't. And it makes sense. People envisioning themselves in the house and not having to do any work when they move in. Biggest things we do at staging.
Jameson, I have to say this, even if I'm looking online, let's say I'm looking at a home and one time I looked and they showed the closet, like a bedroom closet. It was a master bedroom closet. It looked like a good-sized closet, but it was filled with clothes. I had no idea how really big it was.
Right.
So that's an idea of something when we talk about decluttering, that's for sure. So we're kind of into the early stages of spring. Is now a good time to sell my home, or should I wait until later in the spring?
Well, yeah. Typically we wouldn't have snow at this point. So it seems like winter is dragging on. But as soon as you can get your house for sale, definitely the better. Every week we see houses going on the market and coming off, and at a certain point that activity is going to slow down. The closer we get to summer, and really after the 4th of July. I mean, 4th of July hits and people start camping, they're going on vacations, the market slows down dramatically. So the earlier in the spring you can get your house on the market, the better your chances are to sell.
All right, fantastic. There we go. Time is of the essence. Part two's coming up, okay, Jameson?
Sounds good.
All right, this is Get Real with Real Estate Action. Jack Caldwell here, along with Jameson Melby from RE/MAX Results here on Classic Hits, KWayne 106, Part 2, right around the corner. All right.
Yeah. Can I unplug this headphone over here?
Huh?
Can I unplug that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's tons of
Oh, is it too loud? Okay, yeah.
It was super distracting.
Throws them off.
Yeah,
Okay, here we
throws
go.
me off my game.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I have to say, you look at it, it's like a living room filled with, it's like, well, how can I get around here? And then if you look at it empty, it's like, oh yeah, you know. I've seen that, it's like, God.
Oh yeah, there's some houses we laugh when we see the pictures. Like, not a lot of effort
No!
put in.
It's like, geez. All right, here we go, part two. Do you want to mention any listings at the end, or what do you want to do?
No, we're good. I mentioned
Okay.
the ones last
Okay.
week. We just need inventory. If you're watching, we need houses to sell.
Okay. All right, here we go. We are back with part two of Get Real with Real Estate on this beautiful Saturday. Spring is front action, Jack, along with Jameson Melby from RE/MAX Results. All right, Jameson, let's kind of just pick right up where we left off here, part two of our show. This one is really a no-brainer when you think about it. However, should I be present when buyers look at my home?
Yeah, I kind of answered that in the last question, didn't I? The answer is no. If we want you to take down family photos so that somebody can envision themselves in the house, having the seller there is a horrible idea. I have not had one time where I've showed a house and the seller has been present that it worked in the seller's benefit. No, never. It has never happened. What ends up happening is the seller is overselling the benefits of the house. They start talking about, you know, what their kids did in the backyard. They end up getting nervous because they don't know what they're doing, and they start nervous talking. I mean, everybody's experienced that, whether you're on a date and you're nervous and you start just talking too much, or, you know, we've all experienced that. Sellers typically experience that on the showings. Horrible idea. You know, it's just, yeah, it's not good. So definitely go get some coffee, go shopping, do something during the showings, but definitely don't be there.
Like I'm saying, if you're my agent, Jameson, you're my mouthpiece. So I'm letting you do your job. My job is to just get out of there.
Right, exactly.
And stay out until I make sure that, you know, the showing has been completed, that's for sure. So what do agents typically charge to sell a home?
Well, really depending on the brokerage you call, everybody's going to be different on that. There are typical commissions that people charge, but usually what you find is a flat fee. They charge a certain percentage, and they do the same thing on every transaction. Now, one of the things I do is I have several commission packages somebody can choose from. So if they want certain marketing aspects done, you know, professional photos, staging, you know, things like that, they can pick the package that suits their house. You know, some of the lower end houses or homes that, you know, don't need as much marketing, you know, they'll just sell themselves. We don't need to go into, you know, the staging and the professionally written ad copy and all these other things. The houses, definitely, we have professional photos done on every listing package. But again, if you're interviewing agents, it's really beneficial to interview myself as well, so that you can compare, you know, agents, because like I said, we all do things different, and to my knowledge, I'm the only person in like a half-hour radius of here that's actually offering different packages, so that you can choose how much marketing you want and what you pay to sell your house. So really huge benefit there.
All right, very good. So what do agents do to sell homes?
Okay, so every agent on earth puts a sign in the yard. We know that. And most of them put the home on the MLS as they should. From that, again, we're all different. I mean, not every agent has the same plan. And I do a lot of progressive online marketing. That's where most of my time is spent. My background is in graphic design and web design prior to selling real estate, and marketing houses to me feels like the web design and the graphic design I'm used to. We, you know, position the house online, we take good pictures, we put it on all the websites it needs to be on, run Facebook ads, things like that, to do some different marketing, and that's how the houses sell. And like I said, I don't want to get into too much detail on the radio exactly what I do to sell houses, because like I said before, my competition listens to the show. But if you have me in person at your house, I'll explain everything to you in detail, how I'm going to get your house sold, what I'll do to sell it fast and for top dollar.
All right. And finally, what websites are my home on when it's for sale?
So when we entered into the MLS, from that point, that's the multiple listing service. From there, it syndicates out to hundreds of different websites, including Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. It's on all of the broker websites, Remax.com, things like that. So those sites, it's on. And then, like I said, I have a lot of followers on my Facebook page, and I'm really good about running ads targeted specifically to the buyer that I think is going to be a match for your house. So if you're in the price range of 120 to 160, I'll be running ads targeted to people that would likely be the buyer, a first-time home buyer, for instance, versus if I'm selling a $500,000 hobby farm, that'll be a different set of ads that I would run. Again, because that 22-year-old most likely is not going to be buying the hobby farm. So targeted ads are really big these days.
Very good, Jameson. And I know that inventory is rather low, so I know that you're looking for listings, right?
Oh, tremendously. We need listings horribly bad, especially between, I would say, 100,000 and 200,000. That really is the sweet spot right now. 200 plus, I mean, we do have, people looking for that also, but really under 200 is our biggest need at this point. So if you have that, give me a call.
All right, if folks want to call you, get in touch with you, what do they need to do?
All right, you can find me on the web at JamisonMelby.com. If you're on Facebook, if you're watching this live on Facebook, you can find me at Remax Results, Jamison Melby Real Estate. And as always, my cell phone number is 651-764-8933.
All right, Jameson, sounds great. You have a great weekend. We'll see you again next Saturday.
Sounds good, Jack.
All right, there we go. For Jameson Melby, Action Jack Quebble saying so long. The program is Get Real with Real Estate. Jameson Melby, of course, with Remax Results, yours truly here as well on Classic Hits, KWayne 106. Have a great weekend.